we're back, and thanks so much for watching. I'm here with our very special guest, Michael Thomas, the founder of 1,000 Great Minds, right? Did you get that? 1,000 Great Minds. Now, you all know I don't talk about stuff I don't know about, right? And I have Michael here as our guest because he has the language, and I want you to listen very carefully to the language. If you didn't already, now is the time to go get that blue pen and white paper and get ready to take copious notes as I introduce you to Michael Thomas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yafat. Thank you for having me.
Oh, wonderful. I had to. You're talking about Black economic empowerment. I talk about healthy finances as part of the Oneness Wellness Process Program, lifestyle. We have to talk about it. Sometimes we don't think money has anything to do with our health and well-being, when it is a major part. Because when we don't have it, we end up broke down worrying about why we don't have it or can't get it. But with what you have come up with, 1,000 Great Minds, please explain to us what that is, the concept, how you came up with it, and why.
Yes. Money is a component, chemical component of happiness and wellness when it's used properly.
Yes.
And when it is gained properly. And so I write short period venture profit programs, and what a short period venture profit program is a program that transpires over 18 months or maybe an hour or a week or a month or so. And in doing so, these short period venture profit programs require a certain number of people to start up, launch, direct, and manage them. And also it involves a service that we are providing to the end users that we have written the program for. And in this case, we are recruiting 1,000 great creative African-American minds, bringing all skill sets, business acumen, intelligence, and know-how to collectively establish ways to produce capital for various things. And the first thing that we want to do is to establish the people in the country economically and financially, as you say. And one way of doing that is we must look at the primary and priority things, which are housing and transportation.
Yes.
So 1,000 Great Minds, which was birthed through me, it's not something that someone gave to me, but just something that collected in my mind, that formulated in writing in the form of a plan that will enable every legal and desiring person in the country to get a house in addition to a good running car, truck, van, or SUV. No debt and no one turned down. Homeless people, jobless people, part-time workers, full-time workers, existing homeowners, and business owners.
Okay, we're gonna have to unpack that a little bit. You
Yes.
just said every person in the United States.
No one turned down.
No one turned down.
Yes.
No debt.
Yes.
House.
Car, truck, van, or SUV. No debt, no one turned down. And as you said, it's not inside the system, it's something outside the system, but it's legal. There's
Yes.
nothing for anyone to fear, home ownership and getting a car, truck, van, or SUV with no debt. That's not something to fear.
That's right.
These are
That's
essential
right.
things that people need, transportation and housing with no debt, because the debt issue is the issue that affects our health.
Yes, that worrying about how we're gonna pay it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So we've come up with a way where we capitalize that money over an 18-month period in this short period venture profit program.
All right. So where is the money coming from? How are we paying for that, for all these people that are going to be at the door in a minute, trying to get in to get the
Yes.
house and cars without debt?
Yes, it is a self-financing type of arrangement, and homeless people, have to do something, and everyone has to do something. It doesn't come without any work.
Contribution.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So each person makes small monthly contributions over a 13-month period, and those small monthly contributions are the seed money or the capital that we use to start up, launch, direct, and manage the program to its end, where it produces $220,000 capital for each person to get a house and a car, truck, van, or SUV with no debt. It's a backward type of arrangement. It's not a loan thing where you have to make monthly payments, 360 monthly payments to pay it back.
Okay.
Over the 18-month process, we produce the capital for these program participants.
Okay.
And at the end of that time frame, that's when the money is expensed for them to buy the house, car, truck, van, or SUV with no debt.
With no debt. Okay. So it's a collective of people that is managed by these 1,000 great African American minds.
Precisely.
Okay, and we come together and we make contributions.
Yes.
To the fund, and I'm just going ahead and say this is a trust. So that's why we say it's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, and from that, and I said trust because you've heard of endowment for the arts and endowments for all kinds of different, charitable giving and all that. That's basically what this is, and the monies are collected and then given to the participants to have let me not say we're going to give you the money, because we're going to secure.
Precisely.
Right,
Yes.
we're going to secure the homes and the cars, and the people that we're buying them from, they get paid right up front, so there's no debt.
Right.
Did I unpack that okay?
You unpack that okay.
Okay,
Yes.
all right,
That's
all
right.
right.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Because I'm wrapping my head around it too, because I want to be one of the 1,000 great minds, right? So this is a way for us to stabilize
Yes.
ourselves in the economy.
Precisely.
Okay.
Many financial representatives say that you should have 6 months mortgage payments or expenses in advance. So we X that out by them not having a mortgage payment or a car payment.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's called having a backup plan, or having a saving for a rainy day, all those kinds of things. So we eliminate having to have money stashed over here in case something goes wrong. We can put money in things that actually grow for us now without us having to pay it out in bills.
That's correct.
That's
yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine not having the mortgage payment to pay, but the money to save for you to do your business, start a business, or do what you want to do. Imagine not having the car payment, then you can put the money into something that you want to develop for your children, for yourself, for your family.
Right, and I'm glad you said that, because this is actually giving us a platform to be able to create legacy
Yes.
for generations to come, to start out debt-free,
That's right.
and then be able to leave these properties or the estate to our children and grandchildren. One of the things that my audience have heard me say is that wealthy people plan for the next 7 generations. And in most of our communities, we only plan for what we're going to do for the weekend, or the 1 week or 2 week vacation. We put more energy into that than we do into our children and grandchildren and our posterity. And having this conversation gives us a foundation to be able to create good in our life,
Yes.
and then leave a legacy for those coming behind us.
Yes. Average people buy homes and think that they're investments, and rich people buy businesses where they get cash flow from those businesses, and that's
Yes.
the difference. And that is the objective of 1,000 Great Minds, to buy businesses
Okay.
and operate in 200 countries.
Okay. All right. So it's a global effort.
Yes.
It's a global effort.
The pilot being in the United States, we intend to serve the people in the United States because we're in dire need of being the solution to the problem. And that's what 1,000 Great Minds stand for, being the solution to the problem.
All right. And we need solutions to the
Yes, we do.
problem. We need
Yes.
solutions to the problem. We don't want to. I don't want to try to give every detail, because I know that there's a lot. I've been attending the meetings and have had the blessing to be able to talk to you privately and really get a feel for what's going on. And what I would like to do in the closing moments of this segment, if there's anything that you want to, what would you say to the audience about 1,000 Great Minds, and this is the Howie?
The Howie Moore program.
The Howie Moore program.
Yes.
Now, is that different? Because I don't want to. Listen, there's so much to this. I can't even try to get it all done right now. You're just going to have to come and into the room with us, okay? And we're going to give you information on how you do that. But in these closing moments, what would you say to our audience?
Yes, Howie Moore is the tag or name that I gave to the Howie Moore Nationwide Housing Program. Howie Moore is short for Homes Without Mortgages. 1,000 great minds are urgently needed from all work and business backgrounds, bringing all skill sets, know-how, business acumen, and knowledge to help us to start up, launch, direct, and manage the Howie Moore Nationwide Housing Program. In exchange for you coming on board as one of the 1,000 great creative African-American minds, you become wealthy, because this is a wealth plan. Mm-hmm. Not only do we help these people get these homes and transportation without debt, but we become wealthy as a result of doing so, and we should.
Yes.
And I liken unto the 1,000 great minds is like Noah's Ark, you know, or like
I love it.
Solomon when he received his inheritance from his father David, you know, and he had 60,000 laborers and 80,000 hewers to cut trees, and there were 3,600 overseers who managed them to build this kingdom that Solomon built, with the gold around the poles and everything.
Yes.
So it's the same type of thing with the 1,000 great minds, and we need the collective IQ of 1,000 great minds, the group IQ, and that's where we come up with these creative ideas that help us to produce and capitalize the Howard Moore program, so that people get the houses, cars, and trucks. And incidentally, these creative ideas are solutions to problems also.
Yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm not going to put any more on top of that, okay?
Thank you.
I am
Thank
so happy that you graced us with your presence today, and with your great mind coming up with this, so that we could have solutions to these pressing situations in our lives, and which adds to the health and the well-being of individuals and our community.
I'm glad to be on your station.
Oh, wonderful. We're happy to have you. Happy to have you. You have no idea. This is what we yearn for. Healthy finance. Hashtag healthy finances. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks
I
again,
appreciate you
Chief
being
Ad.
here.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. You're watching the Oneness Wellness Lifestyle Show. I'm Chief Ad, the natural healing voice of the soul of Mother Earth. Stay tuned.